I'm now live. Welcome. We've just been sitting here admiring everybody's transmog. Everyone's really keen. They're here half an hour early. It's great. Look, even the Nether Fairy Dragon has dressed up for us.
I've just brought my personal world destroyer today. As a tribute to our favourite Fel Reaver.
So I didn't even think of a blue pet, but I do have one as part of my mixer, my mix play. I've got 5 pets that can be summoned.
I think you're going to have to do that, my friend.
Well, I've got it turned on, and one of the pet choices is Zoofen, and I've also got Unbound Valkyria, so I do have a couple of rather blue pets there.
That's fantastic.
Oh, and a Frostwolf pup. That's close.
Oh my goodness, Luminosity. What is going on? It's got Shadow Priest on just to make everything even more blue.
Oh.
Wow, that looks great. Wow, everyone's pulling out all the stops.
It's brilliant.
It's going to be quite the competition later on for people that want to have a little bit of a crack.
It's going to be a tough choice, that's for sure.
Yeah. So for people that aren't aware, we will be doing a transmog competition at the end of the Chopper Cruise today. The prize is, I believe, a mount of your choice. So the theme is blue, obviously, to reflect the fact that we're raising funds today for Beyond Blue. So by all means, we're going to be rolling out in about an hour. It gives you a little bit of time at this stage to get your mog together and get down here to meet us at Dire Maul for the cruise. And I believe we actually had some very generous people donating to us over the course of the last few weeks, and more recently we had a few today as well in advance of the drive, which is very, very cool. And I believe that Bakara and the crew are hard at work having to increase the target to keep up with everyone.
Yeah, that's the case. Sorry, back.
No, you're right, mate. We were hopeful that, we might raise a few $100 when we first came up with the idea. We've passed not only the $1,000 mark, but the $2,000 mark today. It's absolutely amazing the level of support that's been shown by the whole community. So we're hoping that we might be able to push it to 3,000 by the end of the night. It's a massive target, but fingers crossed, that's what we're aiming for.
That sounds like a pretty solid target. I reckon we can try and get there, and I'm not afraid to embarrass myself in the name of donations.
What we'd like to hear.
I unfortunately had myself muted before when you were talking about the transmog comp, but the mount that you can choose is one of the store mounts, the WoW store. So not any mount in the game, unfortunately.
Oh, I was so disappointed now. What is every mount?
Yeah, I wanted the time lost proto Drake.
Yeah, I must admit I was looking through my mount list before going, I wonder what's going to match my outfit today. I realised how many I don't actually have. It was depressing. I had to close the tab.
I'm fairly lucky there.
And
I have a few.
Speaking of depression, I think, Crazy, you were going to have a little bit of a chat about what we're actually doing here.
Yeah. People are whispering me. They can wait. So this whole thing sort of spawned. The idea spawned about 10 years ago, to be honest. But it's only really been recently that I felt I had the time, and I guess support's probably the best word, to get to do something. So when the Meccano Hogs first came out back in Wrath days, we sat back and went, this would be great. And we couldn't really get it off the ground then, but anyway, here we are. Initially I wanted to do it for Movember, given it's November, and they were doing a lot of depression stuff at the same time as well. I then decided, more recently, we split off and decided we'll do Beyond Blue, because not long after the first idea, but both Back and I actually had a mate who neither of us and nobody, we played cricket with him, nobody at the club could have guessed that he was suffering from depression. I remember chatting to him. I just moved. I went back to the cricket club, and he bought me a beer, and we had a bit of a chat. And it was one of those days that I thought, I'm looking forward to the next month because our cricket team was starting to look really good. And anyway, that night he wasn't found. That he was found 3 days later in his shed.
Oh my God.
So nobody could have really picked it. Nobody could have picked it. I personally had no idea. I remember having a beer with him, and literally the last thing he said to me was, I'm super proud of what you've done with this cricket team, and I can't wait to see you. And not that I was playing at the time, but I can't wait to see the fruits of that labour, the hard yards that myself and Back had put in for about 4 years, turn into a premiership. And yeah, and then there was that night he went home and did the deed. So it's been really hard. And Beyond Blue actually got on board and got around the cricket club. And like I said, I wasn't actually there at the time, but I heard a lot of good things. And so it was just a really easy choice for us to choose Beyond Blue in that case. But then it's also bigger the gaming link. Gamers are obviously always put together, I guess, with depression and anxiety and not leaving your mum's basement or whatever it might be. So figured, well, what better community to share something that these are the people that probably need to talk about it as well.
Yeah, that's true. And I've been fortunate enough. I haven't had anyone very close to me pass away by taking their own life, but I have had workmates that have done so, and it's incredibly distressing. Not just for yourself, but for the rest of the crew and for their families. It's very difficult to cope with, so it's really important to have a resource out there that's actually available that can provide that kind of support.
Absolutely, yeah. It's I guess you hear the stories all the time, don't you, from different people, and that's the scariest part. That if just trying to think, Teej sort of said something earlier today, and it's basically along those lines that if you don't know someone who hasn't been, then you're obviously very oblivious, because we have all probably been affected by it in one way or another, whether it's us personally or, a friend or a family.
Yeah, I think one of the important things too is that when you've got organisations like Beyond Blue, they don't just provide services to people that are suffering from depression or maybe at risk of suicide or self-harm. They also provide ways for people that are concerned that people around them may suffer from depression. They give them the tools to actually know how to have that particular kind of conversation, which is really important as well. We all care about the people around us, but we don't necessarily know the best way to approach someone and actually ask them if they're feeling okay, or just to start having that conversation to see how they're travelling.
Yeah, that's it. Just trying to sort a couple of people into their positions for our a few areas that need clearing. So I'm just getting a few whispers that I forgot about.
Yeah, starting to try and manage about 10 people at the same time.
Yeah, while trying to talk and not swallow my tongue.
Well, I'll let you concentrate on that for a few minutes if you like, and
Thank you.
I'll just read out a few statistics from Beyond Blue in regards to mental health that may give a few people a little bit of food for thought. First of all, if we're talking about the children around us, the children in our society, half of all of the mental health conditions we experience at some point in our lives will have started by age 14. And suicide continues to be the biggest killer of young Australians. Over 75% of mental health problems occur before the age of 25. And 1 in 7 young people aged 4 to 17 years, which are your prime school years, experience a mental health condition in any given year. 1 in 10 young people aged 12 to 17, which is high school, will self-harm. 1 in 13 will seriously consider a suicide attempt, and 1 in 40 will attempt suicide. For young people in particular who haven't got the life skills to know how to reach out or how to understand the stress and the drama that's surrounding them in their lives as they start to become adults. Services like Beyond Blue that they can turn to as an anonymous uh, area of support really become essential. The fact that Beyond Blue actually provides programs to these schools, I think, recognizes that being able to provide skills in schools that young people can learn in order to cope with their formative years really becomes an important aspect of actually helping them recognize and deal with any mental health issues that start to come up. It doesn't contain the same stigma as it used to, but let's face it, I mean, we all remember our years in school and how difficult it was sometimes to deal with even just friends giving you a hard time if you were having a hard time. So being able to be in a situation where you could actually look after something like that and get some external support outside of your family, if you were too afraid to talk to your family about it, is really important. And I'd like to say hi to Luna Wisp. How's it going? And to everyone else in the chat, thank you for coming in and supporting us. I'm hoping that some of you are in here in the actual chop cruise with us. If not, you've got about an hour to get your butts over here. You need to have your WoW retail account open and either roll a tune on Kazgaroth, which is the server that we're actually doing the Chopper Cruise on. If you have a Oceanic tune, Horde or Alliance, you're more than welcome to come and join us. We have raids available for you to join on both the Horde and the Alliance side. And you can certainly come and hang out with us there if you can get over on your own Steam. If you can't get over on your own Steam but you want to join us, hit us up. We'll summon you. And we'll be clearing the area so that low-level toons aren't going to get butchered by things like this hyena over here who looks pretty cool and more than a little bit hungry. So we'll keep you safe while you're here. War mode obviously off. And yeah, we'd love to see you. If you can throw some blue gear on with the transmog, we've got a few people here in the group that actually have transmog mounts, so you can do it here as well. We'd love to see that. We're also doing a few prizes and giveaways. For people that are donating to Beyond Blue this evening during the Chop Cruise, we will be drawing a Shadowlands Epic expansion pack. There'll be an entry in the raffle for anyone that donates today, and the donation link is actually available on the front page of my Twitch. If you're on my Twitch page, there's a link there to actually go to the Beyond Blue fundraiser and donate. All donations are appreciated. If you don't donate, then at least if you can manage to give us a little bit of a cheer and a bit of support here, I think everyone will appreciate that as well. We'll also be doing a transmog competition for people that are dressed in their finest blue this evening, and that'll take place at the end of the actual cruise. And anaphylaxis, yes, you look great. You all look amazing. I love seeing how many people have put on their glad rags for this and dressed up in some cool blue outfits. There's been some really awesome stuff so far that I can see. And I love whoever's actually thrown out this blue paint spewer because that's awesome as well. I'm easily bought by anything that makes me look like a blue blob. Like, that's
Yeah,
full win.
I can vouch for that, yes.
I'm easily entertained, what can I tell you?
So, yes, I'm back. I think I've sorted everything with these people. That's
Excellent.
so rude. I think they're ready to go to where they need to go, which nice and early, but it's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I can definitely live with that.
Fantastic. My spy add-on is alerting me to a large number of alliance here. My war mode is definitely off though. We're going to behave ourselves on this cruise.
Yes.
No promises afterwards though. After the transmog, it might just be a free-for-all. Who knows?
Well, I guess the trick is, I mean, it's been brought up a couple of times if that can happen, and I've said, look, it's fine, but people are going to go turn off their war modes and then meet somewhere, turn on war mode. We'll probably end up getting a thing.
Yeah. Luna Wisp, thank you for the bits. I really appreciate it. I will ask people that are on the stream today, instead of sending me bits, which I always love, if you can put a little donation towards Beyond Blue for this stream, I would really appreciate it. Every dollar adds up, and even the smallest donation will put you in the draw for a chance to win that Shadowlands expansion. It looks like the numbers are getting up here. Got a couple of flying people. Oh, Dwarf Shemi up there.
We certainly have a lot of
Sprinklers
alliance.
Explorer. Yeah.
We do have a
Well,
few.
let's face it, the alliance are cooler.
I'm not going to say anything to that. I think I'll leave that one alone.
I might allow a For the Alliance for anyone that donates on my stream to Beyond Blue this evening. They can have it for free. If you want it for the Horde, you got to pay. I'm going to have to set like a minimum amount to say For the Alliance on stream. Sorry, For the Horde on stream.
For the Horde on stream. You'll have to, Bakara, you're going to have to keep an eye on those. People put their note in there. Make sure if you want a Lenya to say For the Horde, make sure you put it in the donation.
What are we going to put in the donation for that? I think I need to set a minimum on that because it's going to traumatize me every time I say it.
Oh, I was going to say it doesn't have to be much, but if it's going to traumatize you, well, that's yeah.
Let's say $20. That sounds reasonable. It's not excessive.
Fair enough.
I need to check as well, Crazy. The Beyond Blue fundraiser page, is that accepting donations in Australian dollars?
Bakara, I would say so.
I believe so. It's an Australian site, so I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, I haven't had a ready check for a while.
I'm trying to figure out why we're ready checking.
And I got busted for no food and no flask and no buffs.
Lucky we're not raiding tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
I might just ask.
Luna's going to wait until I turn war mode on, and I'm going to get decimated, apparently. Luna's one of my streaming regulars. I'm actually looking for Luna around here somewhere. There's Tasmanica. Hi, man. How you doing? Sayela the Seeker. Hi. There's Bakara. Hey, Bakara.
Hello.
I'm just saying hi to you on the actual... I've actually found you in the game. Oh, so what is that? That looks cool. Lawmaster Mistshot has got a... What mount is that? I want it. The meat wagon. Oh my god.
That's for purchasing the Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Oh, well, you know what I'm going to be doing after the end of this stream.
I want
to drive a meat wagon. Just give me 1 second, guys. Hang on.
You're right. I still haven't bought mine yet, but I think I'll wait till after we've finished our donation thing on this, because any spare money I will be donating any extra that I possibly can. Tim Tams. Yes, please.
Yeah, okay, so this is what we're doing as well. Because I enjoy disgracing myself in the name of a good time on a fundraiser, I am happy for donations to eat a Tim Tam on your behalf, either just straight up or as a Tim Tam slam with a coffee. I will take that for the team. And for a larger donation, I will be more than happy to challenge myself by seeing how many arrowroot biscuits I can stuff into my gob before I really suffer.
I think I really need, we needed to Skype and have you on my stream as well, so I can see this.
Someone will just be able to clip it and send it over to you.
Beautiful. If someone can do that for me, send it over, and I'll make sure we show that on my stream as well.
That's bullshit. Everyone just did a roll for 1 to 100. I got 1.
Oh.
I got 1 out of 100.
21. Yeah, I'm not much better.
Yeah, that's right, Luna. I love Tim Tams. But I tell you what, I might feel differently by halfway through the pack. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Hey, Bob. How's it going, man? Thanks for coming.
Wow, the people are really gathering. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm loving seeing how many choppers we've got out as well. I've got the summoning portal up, very nice. Don't forget, guys, if you wanted to come, we've got about an hour before we roll out. We're just assembling everyone at the moment. You got plenty of time to roll a tune and come on over. If you don't have an Oceanic tune, by all means, do so and give us a hoy, and we'll summon you in.
Absolutely. If you are going to roll a new tune, we are based on Dath from Kazgaroth, but obviously we can use the sharding to our advantage. Hopefully we get to stick together through the whole drive. We've tested it a few times. It should work, but don't know how many people they're going to be.
Yeah, my spy is going absolutely insane with the number of alliance I've got next to me. It's crazy. Also, let's just remind everyone that we do have a Discord channel for this cruise. If you want to chat to other people on the cruise live, you're more than welcome to. I'll just grab a link and I'll post it in my chat for people that are on there.
Oh, geez, tell you what.
1 second, I'll just grab that.
Trying to track as many of the guilds here that are as I possibly can is quite tricky. We've got 3 guilds that have attended with multiple people that I can see. That's on the Alliance side. I haven't even looked at the Horde yet.
This could turn into the bloodiest fest at the end of this fundraiser that we've seen for a while.
We might have to head to South Shore and Taran Mill and relive those days.
Well, you know what? I probably wouldn't mind a little bit of an after party. So after we finish the transmog, I don't see any reason why we can't mosey over somewhere and cause some havoc. Or have a little bit of fun anyway.
Let's make sure we hit this goal, and then I might even join in.
If I hit this goal, I guarantee you it'll be the first time I've hit it.
So, the donation page, I believe my stream's just shared it. Excellent. We've just upped the target to 3,000. I think Bakara said earlier.
That's our target for the evening, right?
That's our target. Yeah. I guess if we hit it quickly, there's no stopping us. I think Bakara said earlier we started at 750 because we sat there and went, we just don't know. Yesterday, I think we hit the 1,000 mark at about midday, and then about 3 or 4 hours ago, we hit the 3 hours ago we hit the 2,000 mark. So it's just gone crazy today. It's been awesome to see.
That's great. How about we jump into the main Discord channel and see what's going on in there?
Oh, that could be hectic. Let's do it, eh?
Let's try it for a couple of minutes, see what happens.
All right, moving up.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey guys, how is everyone? We're all getting ready for the drive?
You know it.
We're ready and streaming.
Got my driver's
Excellent.
license out of a cereal box.
That's how they do it in New Zealand, hey?
I just want to say you guys all look amazing. Thank you so much for coming.
It looks really good. Prax, was it? If you're streaming, did you want to share your stream on I posted on Wow Oceanic. Did you want to share yours on there as well? I think the more we
On
get,
Discord
the better. Or either or, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
okay, hang on.
Because your new mic means that you're very, very loud.
I didn't buy the new mic in the end. I bought a new camera.
Oh,
I've been.
I know you're very loud today.
I have been playing with some settings to try to even it out. So I might have to look at that for Discord. Sorry.
No, it's all cool. I just turned you back down from 200%.
Oh, that'll be why. Hey.
That might be why.
So it's we were just saying we've just upped the thing to 3,000. The target. I'm super impressed that we hit 2,000 today. When we first started, we really didn't know where we'd get, and we were just hoping we could hit the 500 mark. So thank you everyone so far. This has been just an amazing start to this event.
I remember when I logged on this morning, it was only at like 800, and I was like, let's get it to 15.
Yeah, it's been so good today.
For those of you that don't, just chatting here on the Discord, he's the GM of Carpé Diem, who are celebrating their 10-year anniversary. It was his idea to actually create this fundraiser for Beyond Blue. So thank you very much for supporting us in this endeavour, and we're hoping that it might even become a bit of an annual cruise, which would be really cool.
Absolutely, that's the goal.
You know it.
Now, I'm kind of curious how many Hordes and Alliance we've got in this chat here at the moment.
Alliance.
I'm Horde.
Or
I think we need to organise a big for the Horde and for the Alliance.
We need more Alliance in here. What's going on?
We can go the opposite ways. We can all do each other's for the Horde. Yeah.
Let me mute you all for a while so that way I don't hear that fully live. Even though I still think I'm Alliance, even though I just switched recently.
That's it.
Turncoat.
Stay with us.
Stay with the Alliance. We're much
How many
cooler.
times do I have to pay $73 to jump over? Yeah.
You only have to do it once, as long as you go to the right faction, which is Alliance.
My my guild chat's going off a little bit here. They didn't realise we had a GM. Great.
Yes.
Guild mother.
We
Guild mother crazy.
don't worry, we love you still.
Oh, good dear. We there is a running joke within the guild that Officer Varco, who we'll get to have a chat with later, he's our Lord and Saviour. So we all worship him.
Oh dear.
Farco is pretty amazing, so that's okay.
No one hear anyone like that.
I know, we keep saying we're going to stop and we just keep promoting it. It's terrible. One day we'll stop.
Bloody hit.
One day. All right, I'm gonna head back in the streamer channel, but thanks for coming, guys, and look forward to you guys hanging out in the cruise.
Yeah, I will obviously go joining Alenia. We will be back I don't know, I'm sure Varco will fill me in when we need to come back and just do a little spill of what we need to do. Unless you've already done it for us, Varco, that'd be good.
No, we're just jibber jabbering, so we're probably going to head over soon and meet at Dive.
Excellent.
Okay, cool. There's actually quite a few numbers here already, which is awesome. So we definitely need some more Hordes here because there are a lot of Alliance.
There's not enough Alliance. More Alliance. More Alliance. Show your domination.
I think it's confusing because everyone.
Well, we're all blue as well. It doesn't help, does it?
Blue is the best colour.
Maybe if you put markers down a red and a blue one, so everyone can just.
What's the go with the arrow in front of the auction house here?
Oh, it's been there for a while. All right,
Has it?
Shandy, moving up a channel, guys. We'll talk to you shortly.
You guys are having fun getting ready for the cruise.
Hectic in there.
Yeah, I'm looking for the blue paint thing because I want the blue paint again. Oh, there it is. Let's make it happen. Oh yeah, that's some serious business right there.
Yeah, I forgot to ask. I'm assuming we've had people set up the pre-made groups to looking for group, but I haven't dealt with that. We have. Excellent.
Luna in my chat is like pretty keen for me to turn on war mode so I can get pureed. That's harsh.
Yeah, I think
I'll
at the
tell you
moment.
what, Luna, if you donate and post it in the stream at some stage during the cruise, I will allow you to attempt to murder me.
I like that you have to say attempt.
What's that? My name's Buddy. You made over 300 paint sprayers, not realizing they're on a 5-minute cooldown. Thank you so much for making the paint sprayers. I am loving it. And it looks like a lot of people are loving them as well. It's pretty awesome.
What are we, 7?
You donate, you can't afford it. Well, your presence here is more than good enough, and you don't need to apologise because we're just thrilled for you to be here with us. And I still might let you try to murder me for free because you're a bit of a
look,
champ.
We've had one person try to go into PvP mode. There's always one, isn't there?
Someone's tried to go into PvP and start trouble. I love it.
Yeah, well, it was always going to happen. Let's be honest here.
Look at these sparkles going on. Oh my god. Look at this. Is that Drippin? I'm gonna mangle that. The Astral Walker is looking pretty amazing. It's got the blue gear on a chopper, and it's got some sort of sparkly thing going on, and I want to know what that is because I want one.
That is is it the monkey in the ball toy?
Brilliance. Going ape. It is. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
I think that's
Just
that
looks
monkey in a
amazing.
ball. Is it monkey in a ball? No.
And here's Lily. Thank you for coming, Lily.
Imp in a ball? I don't know now. I'm sure that was an old toy anyway you did that in.
Got a few people lined up with the choppers that you can cart someone around with. Super Sphere, is that what it's called? It is cool as. Oh my gosh, I want one.
Do we know where they drop? That's Northrend World drop. Great. I know where I'll be farming.
And hello, Bel Clutha. You look pretty cool as well. You've got the blue hair. I'm down with that. That's commitment. Commitment to the cause. Is that the fox mount? The flying fox mount thingy?
Which one? Hell Arena?
Gabby's on here, just in front of me.
Yeah, I'll put you on
It's like a
focus.
flying fox. It looks awesome.
Oh yeah, Volpine familiar. Oh, that's the store mount one.
That's awesome.
I didn't
want one of
realise
them
that
too.
flew. There you go.
All right. Well, that's my Christmas shopping list done.
That was easy.
Yeah. Bakara, would you mind? We've obviously had. Is Bakara on the channel?
Sure am.
Bakara, I know there was quite a few people that donated before we actually started. Well, before today, obviously. Would you mind just maybe reading a few of those out, just as a bit of a thank you for them?
I was actually just putting together my list. So there's a huge number of people who've already donated, so a massive thank you. So we've got Alessandra, Arloth, Varco, Phoebes, Buster Boots, Ducky, Juno Eclipse, Darks, Teej, Bench, Arky, Taz, Sayella, Stubos, Chantilly, Dex Mayo from Silver Moon, Capriga from Allegiance, Sarah Reedy, Leisha Burgess, Kanye, Ashley O'Donnell, Catscene, Demon, the WoW Oceanic Facebook page, Michelle Cook, Jarenki, Squatting Dotes, I'm probably getting half of these wrong, so I apologise for that, Petra from, Daniel Bevan, Corey Bate, Andrew Dunreath Cooper, Illusionaire, Aaron Mitchell, Conviction, Nerdling, Gay Jones, William Bowes, Cov and Gale. Thank you all very much for your donations. It is greatly appreciated. Over $2,000, as I said earlier. It is just mind-blowing how much we've been able to do in what's really a very short time. And yeah, let's keep pushing towards that 3,000 this evening.
Wow, that's amazing. I can't believe we managed to get over $2,000 thanks to everyone being generous enough to donate.
Oh, it's
great
incredible.
Cause. Thank you so much to all of those crew for donating.
I think it might be good later if we can probably go through some of them back and read out some of their posts on the donation page. It might be interesting to read some of them.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Yeah.
When we have a chance.
Someone needs a heal. Hang on.
We got some battling going on. Oh, yes. Guildies. It's the guildies that are doing it.
That Carpé Diem rubble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't deal with them.
They're big enough to handle themselves.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not backing them up. Well, we've got nearly a raid group
Wow,
from
look how many
our
people
team.
are here. Holy smokes.
I would love to know how
What have we
many.
got over here? Oh, everyone's turned themselves into bloody, what are those things?
Oh, the Makura.
Crabs.
Tripped out, I will
Makura,
add them to the
that's it.
list.
They look great.
That's very cool. Tripped out. It's a guild I haven't
I'm going
seen
to take
before.
a screenshot for my own records. That's some pretty serious business right there. What is this? What is that? Look at these guys just following each other as a literal train of parts.
Oh, they're the dragon costumes. Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's yes, potatoes. It is always a guild who's being silly. Nice to see you, mate.
Hey, being silly is serious business.
Ah, look, there's no point being boring.
Wow. This is an amazing turnout. We've still got 10 minutes before we officially are pulling everyone in. And these are all the early arrivers. How good is that?
I would like to find out how many are in the Alliance raid. I'm assuming there's more than one by the look of them, but we're currently sitting at 31 in our current group.
Wow.
Which I'm pretty confident all.
We've got some summons happening as well. More people coming.
Beautiful. So I don't know if back if you could do a bit of reconnaissance and find out how many are in that Alliance raid, and this is just the early arrivers. That would be great.
I will see what I can find out.
You guys are top notch.
I saw you in. Well, you waved to me earlier, Potato. So I'm assuming you are still. Yes, there you are. I can see you. I'm still targeting you. So good to have you along, mate. Hiding up the back. Yeah, absolutely. The more people you can get here, mate, would be fantastic. And you know what? Even if they are busy or what have you, the streams are up. And the donation links are still there, and we're obviously more than happy for people to either come along if they've got the time. Otherwise, even just a few dollars donated towards Beyond Blue would be amazing. Oh, you hadn't seen it before? Geez, we need to up our advertising game next year, Elena.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. One of those things probably going to take people to get. An annual event to go down that way, so yeah, I'd totally appreciate people that have come in at the last second to support us. It's great.
Yeah, join in and even those last minute money rolling in, so amazing. So
and it looks like we've got a little update to our fundraising. I'm just going to stick it on my 2101 is what we're at the moment. Thank you very much, guys.
Fundraise 2101. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, that's a little big. Let me make that little.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Put that there.
Oh, beautiful. Geez, that looks good. I've just brought your stream up, and that looks very good. Your little thermometer.
We go. Thanks, guys.
No clear answer on numbers. We think there might be separate groups based on guild.
Oh, okay.
So the only one that is in Discord at the moment has 12 people in it, but there's clearly more than that there. So.
Well, we're probably pretty even at the moment, so we're looking at over 60 people easily. They'd probably be pushing 100 at the moment, which is incredible. I was going to say. Oh, sorry, Elena. I chatted to Ducky. Unfortunately, we were going to have Ducky on as a guest to have a chat with. She has been bedridden for over a month. Is not feeling well. So a bit of a shout out to Ducky. Hopefully, she starts feeling better, and especially with
Get better soon, Ducky.
So I'm hoping she's watching one of us. But she's got a young daughter. I think maybe 8-9 months, nearly a year old. So that would be really hard to be stuck in bed with a 1-year-old. I'm speaking from experience when I just don't want to get out of bed with a 1-year-old.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not in that
we've got a
position
few people
anymore.
here dueling. Do you have anyone else that might want to have a little bit of a chat about anything before we get started?
We've got later on. We'll have Ash Khan from one of the WoW Oceanic admins. He's going to come in and have a bit of a chat with us, and Varco, one of my officers, will also be here for a chat later on in the night, at the end of the night. So we do have the empty slot at the moment. I guess if somebody was willing to come on and just introduce themselves and tell us a bit about their WoW experience, and even if they were willing to speak about their maybe battles with depression, let's help promote that, removing the stigma, that would be amazing.
Well, I know from my own side, I've depression mind sort of comes with the territory, I think, and you know what it's like. It's like you're suffering from depression. You really want to sort of isolate yourself from the world, and WoW has definitely been one of the saving graces for me. In terms of wanting to feel somewhere comfortable and secure and positive and enjoyable and relaxing, and to give me some sort of routine that makes me feel more comfortable with the world. So I've got no doubt there's plenty of people out there that probably feel the same way. And being able to have the opportunity to get away from it all for a little while, I think really does help quite a lot.
Absolutely, definitely. I've got Potatoes or Anaconda in my chat, who's got a few guildies on his way over, so it's on his Alliance guild, so we'll just add to the numbers on the Alliance side today.
Wow. Let me just zoom out a little bit. That is those numbers are building.
It is. I wonder how many people we need before the server doesn't like us. This is huge.
We'll find out today from the look of it, with people coming over. So, guys, what we've done is we have scheduled the chopper cruise to start from 8 server time. We have made the decision to just continue to assemble for the next little while. We still have people coming over. So hopefully we'll manage to make sure that we have everyone here, high level, low level, Alliance, Horde, based on Khaz'goroth or not, here in time for the actual start of the cruise, in order to actually make sure that no one misses out. And Crazy, perhaps you can talk a little bit about which direction we're actually taking on this cruise.
So Bakar has spent half of yesterday and today just putting a map together for us, but from it we obviously had a lot of issues with phasing, so that's why we're starting here in Dire Maul. We are going to follow the road and head out north towards Desolus, and from there we're going to continue travelling north through the various zones. We're going to go through a couple of long ways, especially in Stone Talon Mountain, but ultimately we're going to end up at Winterspring on top of the Frostsaber Rock, where we're hoping we can get some pretty impressive screenshots to help advertise for future. So, yeah. I believe as well, as we get closer to the start, Bakar has also set up some TomTom waypoints, so I think we'll share that out to everybody. Very soon we'll probably end up getting into the general Discord, and we'll just give a little spiel and make sure we plug all these things for the people that are actually attending and can't watch us, and let them all know these things so they can do it all. So I will wait to hear from Varco or another officer, and we'll figure out from there how we're going, because what are we, nearly 8 o'clock already? Wow.
Yeah, time flies. Can't believe how people that have come today have managed to kit themselves out.
It's pretty impressive. I'm really loving seeing all these bikes. I've just flown up in the air and I'm just looking down and just sort of admiring the view. It's pretty cool.
I might have to do that as well. Hang on, I'll have to have a bit of a Captain Cook. Let's have a look. Wow, that is a lot of bikes.
It's very cool. Probably should have a blue mount out, shouldn't I?
Gammon will save us.
Oh, it's sorry
got
to
a
see
few,
that,
got a few
Anaconda.
duels happening. We've got oh my god, there is. You're right. There's a huge amount of choppers.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic.
very cool. Oh, look, Bakara's back, so we've just been talking about him behind his back.
Quick, stop talking about him.
I'm used to it.
We were just talking about your map and the TomTom waypoints, which we will share into the Discord very soon when we get started. So might just...
They're already in Discord for anyone who is in there. There's a pinned post in the general channels.
Oh, beautiful.
And
Excellent.
we've had another couple of donations. So thank you to Varick and to Teresa O'Hanlon for their donations. Let's keep them
Thank you
coming.
very much.
Awesome work, guys.
Much appreciated. I'm gonna silence the chat in here for a sec. I'm just gonna run a little promo from Beyond Blue, and I'll be right back.
No worries. That's something I haven't quite set up yet, and I think I'll just leave that for now. What I will do, when we say we, I mean Alenya's going to gather some statistics. So I would like to have a look. Obviously, we are doing this fundraiser for Beyond Blue. Beyond Blue support people suffering from depression, anxiety, or even thinking of suicide. So this is something that was a little bit personal, I guess, for us. Hence, we're supporting them. But we wanted to do something that was for, I guess, not gender specific or not very specific. And given we play video games, obviously, there's a big stigma behind what we do. And that's okay. I can live with that, but a lot of other people don't like it. So video games have been a really good way for me to hide, and I think for a lot of other people as well. Hence, probably we get that stigma. We also have that stigma with depression. People don't want to talk about it. Bakara and I as I said earlier, we lost a mate to depression a number of years ago now, and it still hurts. Every year you see the Facebook post come up, and I still think, geez, we're really missing a legend of a bloke. So some of the statistics from Beyond Blue, just to sort of show how prevalent it really is. 1 in 7 Australians will experience depression in their lifetime. And let me just try and find the numbers. I had a very good infographic here. So around 1 million people live with depression in Australia, and more than...
back in again as well.
No worries, just quickly going through some of these numbers. And then more than 8 Australians take their lives every day, which 6 of are men. So, you know, we're losing too many Australians to this. I don't want to, not a disease, but well, it is, it's horrible. So yeah, this is why we're doing it. We're going to try and get our awareness out there and help as many people as we can. And obviously the money's a big bonus for those people that can't come and listen to us today. And hopefully Beyond Blue can do something amazing with.
Yeah, and I think even more important, if you can't, but you want to be supportive, I think one of the most important things you can walk away with is just being mindful and being aware of the fact that people around you may be having a bit of a hard time. We all like to put a bit of a brave face on so that our friends don't worry, but you know, it's a good time to remind yourself, especially in the lead up to Christmas, to check in with your mates, especially the ones you haven't heard from for a little while, you know, and just reach out and have a bit of a chat. It doesn't need to be something that might be along the lines of, you know, are you okay? Are you feeling depressed? But, you know, just starting off with a bit of a chat and a catch up, I think, is a great way to start to gauge how your friends are feeling. And if you can be there for them and if you can provide some support, I think that's really the main theme that you can take away from this today.
I know I'm not muted, sorry. Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. Well, I've just had a quick chat with Varco. Everyone's pretty pumped, which is great. I suppose it would be. How hard is it to not be pumped with all these people here?
Anyone want to guess how many people are here at the moment?
Oof.
I reckon we're in the triple figures pretty easily. There are so many names.
We can't be far off, really, can we? Can we slash who the zone?
Yeah. Let's read out
That'll
a few
give us
people.
Horde.
So we've got 36 Horde.
Say hello. So, Bebby, thank you for coming. Ember Fiction, Dark Delights, Lemanoxity, DK Enti, Hermatist, thank you for coming. Was that Silverleaf, Mandragon, Cloggy, Grimclaw, thanks guys for coming. Nerdling, Yaltz, Jaded Spirit, Kittens, Deluyi, thank you all for coming along for this cruise.
Wow. I might just have to duck off for a few minutes. My son, I can hear him in the background. I'm just going to go and see if my wife needs a quick hand. So I will be back as soon as
No
I can.
worries.
I will not be pausing the
Yeah, no
stream.
worries at all.
Cool.
So we can talk about Crazy now while he's not here. I was really pleased, actually, in all seriousness, to hear that Crazy have a crack fundraiser. I think it's a fantastic cause, and I'm super, super proud to be in a position where I can actually help out with that a little bit. So thank you so much for thinking of me and including me as well. I am super excited to see how many people we've got here. This is just an amazing turnout.
Well, and thank you very much for your support. You know, it's this has been a big group effort. We've had a lot of support from, you know, a lot of people in the guild, for the WoW Oceanic Facebook page. There's a number of other guilds who are getting involved, both Horde and Alliance. It's just fantastic to see everyone joining together, and you know, as you can see, there's just so many people here. And I'm just so happy with the turnout, and I'm so happy with
Oh, it's
how the
incredible.
fundraising's going.
Incredible. Yeah. My Tim Tams have arrived.
Oh, hey. Can you send one through to us,
Oh.
please?
Yeah, no worries. Hang on, I'll just it's going through the screen.
Excellent. So what's this?
I'll have them for you.
I've got
I'll
this
have them
funny.
for you vicariously.
So I've got this fancy drive on the front of my computer. Is that a 3D printer to send it through? Like, what are we doing here?
That's pretty good.
If you want to hear Elenia chew on stream again, just donate $10. Wow.
If you want to hear me eat like a hog.
Like a Meccano hog?
Meccano hog.
Oh, very smooth.
Woohoo.
All right. Beck, do you want to do that? Do you want to get this screenshot? I can't disable my UI. My hotkeys not working for some reason. Although maybe other people are doing. Let's have a quick look. Oh, wow. Screenshots make it look like it's even busier than it probably is.
It
Than
is
what I
extremely
thought.
busy. It's not busier
Wow.
than it is. This is a lot of people. We're all packed in together.
Anaconda, you've got one for us as well. Awesome. Send it through, or even if you've got Facebook, mate, put it on the WoW Oceanic page. We're trying to, a lot of the advertising's been done through there with, I think I missed that, but with our good friend Ash. Yeah. Nice little bit of advertising there. Good job. I feel like I should do the same.
That's still all.
Still, yeah.
You are theft. It's a thing. All right. Do we want to maybe talk a little bit about the transmog competition and some of the prizes for our donators today?
Yeah, it's probably worth going through. I'm going to have to remember all the prizes now, and let me bring it up. It is written in multiple places, but I'm horribly unorganised. Well, first up, so the big one is Varco has kindly donated a Shadowlands. I think it's the epic version, because I think there's a 3. So he's donating. It's going to be done.
It's the deluxe version, isn't it? It's the one with all the fruit in it.
It's the middle one, I think.
Middle one,
of
yeah.
The 3.
I think the next one up has the pet in it, so he's just gone the one just below that, the digital pet, I should say. So still a very cool prize. And to go in the running for that, you just need to donate whatever you can. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you can donate to the cause, you will go in the running for that, which we haven't quite figured out. I think we'll be drawing that out later tonight near the end of it, but we'll talk to Varco about that later. We also have a transmog competition. So if you are here at the event and you got your best blue transmog on, there'll be a post on WoW Oceanic Facebook that will allow you to put your screenshot up of your transmog within that post, and the idea being whoever gets the most likes at a certain time will be given any one of the WoW store mounts that you desire if you were to win that competition. I think they're the two. Bakara, correct me if I'm
Sounds
wrong.
good. And of course, you
yeah,
can walk away
believe
with
so.
Transmog Champion.
I think might also be a second store mount, which will just be picked at random from everyone who's here. So there'll be like the best transmog, and then we'll probably use the same thing if you submit your screenshot. We'll just pick one at random who'll also win a store mount, I believe.
That's there you go. Forgot about that one. That's fantastic.
Hopefully, everyone that's watching has, if they're going to come down and fight in the Chopper Cruise, have made their way down at this stage. If you're waiting, just bear with us. We're just making sure that we have everyone here before we leave. No WoW player shall be left behind in this cruise. If you get lost, we'll try and find you, but it looks like the vast majority of people that we've got here today are all people that are higher level, so hopefully we shouldn't have any issues. We will be clearing the path just in case we have some lobies with us, just to make sure that we're not going to have any issues. I must say, for those of you that are retail players, there are some classic refugees amongst you at the moment, myself included. It's been quite interesting to jump back into retail after being on Classic for the last 3 months. So it's great to see this much community coming back in, that's for sure. There's almost enough people here to make me feel like I'm actually farming honour in Phase 2 in Searing Gorge right now, except I'm still alive.
Cool. Sorry. I keep getting challenged to Jules. Is that Kane? Is Kane trying to fight me? All right. So we're just getting messages through from the officers. They are looking like they're pretty full on both sides from what they're discussing. So we're going to be heading off within the next 5 minutes. So yeah, if you're still keen to come and you're not here yet, chuck out a whisper and we will get you here.
How exciting! So we're nearly ready.
I'm just trying to. I've got to tee up.
This is going to look epic when we head out.
Sorry, I'm just trying to organise one more person. I forgot to message him earlier, so let me just head out to where are we going? Decimus first.
I feel like we're all going to be like Mad Max.
I think it's going to be pretty hectic.
All these choppers heading down the road.
All right, I think we've got him sorted.
By the way, people that are viewing on Twitch, if you would like to donate to the cause, it's not necessary, but it would be very much appreciated if you would like to donate. On my Twitch front page, I do have a link to the Beyond Blue fundraiser page. Just click through on there. Even $1 will help. Otherwise, your attendance and your support is greatly appreciated.
Beautiful. Right, my Gelkus kill squad is on his way.
Kill squad? Oh my god.
The
Gelkus.
Gelkus, yeah.
For a second.
In our practicing, in our warm up, and just checking the run, Alenia and I ran through it all, and we Alenia on a level 1. We found we couldn't get through that area.
Well, one of us couldn't get through that area.
yeah. And then because
I got.
was it 3 or 4 deaths, and we ended up just death running a part of it. But I because I'm exalted, for some reason it wouldn't let me turn on war mode, so I couldn't start indiscriminately murdering them.
Just before we kick off, got another couple of donations come through. So Kittens and Shale, thank you very much. That's pushed us. We are very close to 2,200 now. So just a touch over 800 to go to hit our new target.
Thank you very much, crew. And Kittens, I know you're in this cruise here somewhere. Thank you very much.
2 minutes. I suppose I should change my outs. Now, I'm debating here whether I just jump in someone's chopper and get a free ride, or I try to drive this and not crash.
You have to have a think about that.
I think I kind of want to drive, but it's probably a bit dangerous. Whoa.
I've just got someone messaging me in Discord trying to get
Yep. Hoarder Alliance.
out of the drive.
Do you have... yes, you've got assist, so you can invite them.
Alliance.
Alliance? Okay. We can... I'm sure we can figure that out. Well, whatever the names are, let's put it in the Beyond Blue General, and someone can...
I'll just ask them to jump in the Discord.
Yeah, and someone will be able to help them there. It's getting close. The ready checks are coming out.
Everyone's excited. There's just like choppers jumping around everywhere. Very impatient lot.
Well, yeah, I suppose we used to just killing each other randomly, so everyone's going they're off. Autobots roll out.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
They can't handle it anymore. They got it.
Well,
There isn't anyone that's AFK at the moment.
I think there was a few back there that... Here they come. This really is the most random thing I think I've ever done.
Everyone looks amazing.
Hopefully, is that a warlock dropping a summon? That is hectic.
Just give me the first person to fall off a cliff and not be able to get back up.
Yeah, no, I nearly did.
Choppers.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Turn that sound up. The viewers need to hear that louder.
Oh yeah. Get that chopper noise.
I've got a blue proto drake on me. That's we did actually sit there. I was discussing with Lemonixity of the guild Simplexity when we were doing some testing. The GM of Simplexity, I should say. Very good bloke, and really, really proud to have their support here as well today. We were discussing, he was saying a lot of them don't have being on Frostmourne, a lot of them don't have any of the choppers, and they are very inflated prices. So,
are they really?
Yeah, so I guess if you're making them over there, you could probably make a bit of cash. But we basically sat there and decided if you don't have a chopper of any sort, look, as long as it's a blue mount, we're fairly happy with that.
I think we're happy with anyone that's going to attend, regardless of what they have, to be honest.
Yeah. No, you can't
This
come.
is a sea
Imagine
of
that.
Everyone just looks absolutely amazing. Guys, if you're in the Twitch channel, you're more than welcome to join us on the Discord. We have a large voice channel there. Everyone's chatting in. By all means, jump in and join the fray. Yep.
Well, I just might look at teeing Ash up for a little chat. Let me just have a look at my. Maybe I better steer before I drive into the lake.
Steering's for noobs, man.
All right, the Gelkas are being murdered.
Excellent. 9 out of 10 Gelkas disproved Missy. Was it 10 out of 10 Magro?
So, yeah, they'll approve of this for sure. There's Phoebes has actually gone through and killed a few things. So I think when we get to the next zone, we'll have
That's a lot of people.
Quick stop so we can catch up. Oh, that's a cool showback. That's a cool transmog. He's in my truck. What am I? A motorbike.
Everyone looks amazing. Thank you so much for coming, guys. You look incredible.
Wow. All right, so Ash is ready to have a little bit of a chat with us.
Okay.
Might pull him up into the channel and we can, get to meet Ash.
Just while Crazy's doing that, we've got some more donations come through.
More donations?
So
oh my gosh.
they're just not stopping. This is just fantastic. So Anne-Marie Swain, Scott Murray, Kimberly Pedler, Vegas Penguin, and Casey Feralas. Thank you all very much for your generous donations.
Thank you so much, guys. It's going to a great cause, and we really appreciate your support.
I'm gonna
eat a Tim Tam on your behalf, just vicariously. The things I do.
How much donations did you get for that one?
Nothing. I'm doing these for free.
Oh, jeez. I'd be thinking of the gym.
So we're all good here. Yep.
I'd say we look at the
people stopping.
I'm not sure the Alliance are quite aware of it.
We're stopping. All right, hang on, guys.
Here we go. They're coming back.
So we've got some characters that are still under level 40, so they've only got their 60 speed mount.
They obviously can't hop into
Okay,
others.
that's fair enough. We've got to look after them too.
Hopefully Ash is. Wow, this is really hard. There's so many people in that chat.
Everyone here. Finjo, hello. Thank you. Thanks for joining the chat, man.
All right. So, I would just like to introduce everybody to Ash. He is one of the members of Carpé Diem. He is our one of the admins of the WoW Oceanic Facebook page. So if you are not already a member of that, I do recommend jumping on. It's full of some good stuff there and some other people. But yeah, Ash, welcome.
Hi, how you going?
We're going very well. Oh, that's all right. No, I'm sure we've chatted lots. I'm sure you'll be fine, mate. Look, it's only just obviously a quick one. I had a chat to you earlier about it, but while we're on our little stop here, we just wanted you to sort of introduce yourself. Obviously, I've done a little bit of that for you, but if there's anything you wanted to add, please do.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Oceanic group, been there for a long time. I guess I started it. Oh, I didn't start it. One of the other guys who just joined the group as Alliance, so I can't really see him, but he did message me. He said he'll be coming the last second. Is Dazarath, if you guys see him in the Alliance groups. He originally was a member and became group owner. And so what it was originally was a guild group, which was a massive group. So, in the back in the day when it was like 400, 600 people.
Wow.
And when it disbanded, we turned it into something. Well, it was his idea to turn into something more of a community-based group, which was okay. So I guess it was my job to sit in Pandaria and Shrine of the Swords. I think that's the Alliance one. And constantly spam. And I guess from 300 to what it is now, like 12,000 people. It's massive.
It's huge, and sorry to sort of following on from that, and obviously without Ash's support and his help with that World of Warcraft Oceanic group, we wouldn't have the numbers we do today. So I really do thank you for that, Ash.
Yeah, thanks, man. You're the real MVP.
Actually, the MVP didn't work out. Blizzard side. But no, it's all good. Loving it. It's a huge chore. Wanted to quit, but I always feel like if I quit, we wouldn't have the stuff that we have now. Which, let's just say, there's a few more things coming up soon. But yeah, I think this event has been pretty awesome. The other admins didn't really help out with it because they had other things planned, but I was like, this is my guild and I will put 100% into it. I guess people listen to the admin, the nice admin, I guess. I'm the nicest one, I would say.
Thanks for doing it.
Cool. So did you have any, I guess, WoW stories or any sort of real other feel good? Obviously, getting this Facebook page up is massive to get that sort of supporter base, and getting the ear of Blizzard at times, I guess, is awesome. But is there any other sort of in-game WoW stories you feel good that just make you go, yeah, this community is actually it's fantastic, and it's just one you want to get around? Doesn't necessarily have to be about our guild too. I won't feel upset if you don't talk highly of us.
Hey, I can jump in and out. So, I only look at the type of guilds that are quite large, and I guess they do a lot of things together. I don't really go for guilds that, I don't know, competitive. I don't really like. Are they going? I don't know. It's more of I like the big community-based ones, and I've been in heaps of those. Yeah, I guess Carpé Diem has been one of the best ones so far. And yeah, really enjoying you guys. I guess you do a lot of things outside of WoW, which is always great, and it's a great place to be. Other guilds have been more. Sorry, I'm not actually moving my mouse because I'm lagging as anything. That's why I've been kind of flying and telling people off.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, I started in a huge guild at the time on the Grand, and I remember heaps about it because when it kind of fell apart, we all moved to another guild, into another guild, into another guild, until they stopped playing and I kept going. And yeah, so I don't know. It's more of a place for me. It's a place to run away from the outside world to here, and I've got my partner involved as well. But lately, my partner doesn't play, which is a shame, and also good for me.
You get your own time, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, he plays Diablo, I play WoW, and it's heaps better.
Fair enough. Heck yeah, yes. No, awesome. So, yeah, I guess that sort of leads into a little bit of Carpé Diem. We've actually, as a guild, we've changed. We haven't changed dramatically. Our numbers have exploded this year, but as a guild, we've been running for 10 years on the 26th of December this year. So this is sort of part of our 10-year anniversary birthday celebration type thing. So this is part of the reason we're doing it. But it's been a very interesting 10 years. I'm not going to go through the entire story. It's a long one, which I guess any guild probably is a long one. But it's been, like I said, it's blown. We've managed to grow in numbers this year, but it's been same as Ash. It's without this guild. I'm not quite sure. People are not turning here. Sorry, that looks great.
Everyone's very
yeah, no, it's 10, and I've been in this guild since its day dot, and we've definitely had our share of ups and downs, and thankfully there's been a hell of a lot more ups and downs. Hence why we're still here.
despite the odds.
Yeah, well, we've survived through multiple guild masters, and the guild is stuck with me. has been stuck with me for a good, probably nearly 9 years, with maybe 8 months of me not being GM in those 9 years. Before that, we had 2 GMs who I did get in contact with, and I said earlier, Ducky, she was one of our first officers, became the second GM before her real life got in the way and she had to stop playing. And the one before that was a guy called Phil, who I tried to get in contact with, and he's thrown his support behind it, but couldn't be here tonight for a quick little chat. But I suppose I'm going to throw a bit of a thanks out to both of them, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be here. Cool.
Well, that's the thing. It's pretty amazing to see the number of people that have.
But come through. Sorry, you cut out
Yeah,
there.
you know, Carpe Diem.
Sorry, you're cutting out a little
Like,
bit there.
if there's, hang on, let me just move this a bit closer. If there's anything that's a testament to Carpe Diem, like how long the guild has survived, it's the number of people that we're still friends with that don't even play the game anymore.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I've definitely made some very lifelong friends. I mean, for example, Elenia and I, we met back in, was it BC? Must have been.
BC.
When
I was healing your ass.
when I was like a half Fury, half like a third Fury, third Arms, third Prot spec. Like I didn't have a spec warrior.
Half cocked warrior, I think, is probably the best.
Yeah, it took a lot of people to teach me how to play the game in that time, and we've been lucky enough to well, I mean, I've managed to stay friends with a lot of that guild, but Elenia and I have managed to stay probably closer than I have with some of those others, which has been awesome. I was thinking, even when I did like in Wrath, when I did try to learn how to heal, and you basically told me to delete my character and not bother that again.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that hard. I let you try first. It was
You did.
pretty bad.
It was very bad. Yeah, the group did not survive anything, just about.
Well, you're not a healer now, thank God. So
No.
you're an excellent tank.
Yes, well, I'm actually going to be pulling away from tanking. I don't know if all the guild knows this, as my wife is 36 weeks pregnant, I think, today. So I'm not going to be tanking for at least a year, as we're having our second kid, and the first one was probably okay, but with a 2-year-old in the house, I'm going to have a bail, I think, which we have to learn how to DPS. That's going to be, I feel sorry for the guild.
You just gotta wait till your kids are enough that.
Oh,
Wow.
That's it. I'll get them farming for me. That'll be
Yeah.
That's the dream, isn't it?
Oh,
Just
for
letting you
sure.
know. Sorry, just letting you know. There is a lot of people here. I'm flying above them because I am lagging like there's no tomorrow. As soon as I go near them, I swear my computer just does a 180 and my game is like frozen.
Having a seizure.
It is, and I don't know why. And I thought, I don't know what I thought. I thought I could handle it, but there would probably be too many people here. But yeah, it's great.
That's amazing.
So impressed. Yeah.
I can't follow anyone because my game's just it's dying, and my WoW is saying it's fine.
Nothing to see here.
No.
We might need to stop soon to let the catch up.
I'll, I'm starting to lose you a little bit there, Elenia. I know if
Sorry, buddy.
I will just make a note. Might need another stop. We probably need to move on with our little script a bit here, don't we? What have we missed? Pardon?
Where are you guys going? Is that where we're supposed to be
not
going?
following the map.
This isn't it?
Oh, I was following Buster Boots. Buster Boots, man. That's another one of the
so
guildies.
hard to get good help these days.
Oh, it's all my guildies. Like, geez, what have I done here?
Are we all here? Is this everyone? Have we lost anyone?
Turn around. Oh, turn around, please.
Turn around. We have lost a few.
Yeah, I'm just staying down the bottom of the hill so they can see where we're.
It looks like they're going a different direction around this mountain road.
Oh, that's right. Look,
Yeah, there's 2 ways to go down.
I did change this twice after practicing, and this was the way I finalised. And yeah, we did go off the track here, but we had issues with low levels going through some of those zones where other people are at the moment, aggroing, and thought it was safer to just move as far away from them as we can.
Yes, and I guess you got to be the guinea pig for that.
I did, yeah. I was very lucky to drag a level 1 Alenia ult through and murder it. God knows how many times. It was great. Let me just check another follow on. Oh, well, thank you for joining us, Ash. And so once again, that's the Wow Oceanic Facebook page. Get on it. There's, as he's alluded to, some pretty cool stuff coming up. I'm looking forward to it.
There it is. A few more things just before Christmas.
Oh, sweet. So new Christmas presents too. Excellent.
I guess. I will be very busy, let's just say.
Look, must be a tough job, but having Blizzard's ear sometimes must be good too.
Yes and no, I guess.
Oh, then you get annoying people like us saying, "Hey, do you reckon you could get some help from them?"
And did they help you? No.
Oh no, but that's okay. Like when we've got a community this good, with well over 100 people, and Tommy, what's our number looking at?
We're at $2,420.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's so good.
So within 600.
Here we go. We look like we've got a marker. We're not all. Let's see how we're going here. We are split up. Tasmanic is ahead, but he's doing some clearing. Let me just. Doesn't need to be a too long break. Just a rejoin.
Excellent. Thank you
3
very
minutes.
much.
That's good.
3-minute break.
Perfect. All right. So I might, if you've got anything else to add, Ash, might move time, and otherwise I'll move you back so you can join the party, and we will continue through our list of information we have to get through.
No, I'm pretty much done. I still need to, catch up on everybody else. But yeah, thank you for that.
No, thank you for your support, mate. It is greatly appreciated, and there's no way we'd be anywhere even close to hitting $2,000 if it wasn't for your support. So thank you so much.
No worries. I enjoy helping out, and you guys needed someone to push it, so I did it, I guess.
Fantastic. No, you've been a legend. So thanks again, mate, and I will move you down so you can party.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Crazy, while we just stopped here for the moment, do you want to talk a little bit about why you chose Beyond Blue for this particular fundraiser?
Yeah, absolutely. I've just coughed and muted myself, so hopefully, no, we're good. So the whole idea for the chopper drive is actually something that it started 10 years ago during Wrath when they released the Meccano Hog, and I was probably very addicted to Sons of Anarchy, as I guess everyone was once.
So of course the chopper was like the thing to get.
That's it, yeah. And I remember sitting there going, "Oh, I'm never going to be able to afford one of them," and I reckon they were like maybe 20,000, and I was like, "It's never going to happen." This is a side story to lead into it. My brothers actually. I was in one of the hardcore raiding guilds, and my brothers, when they were starting Carpé Diem, I wasn't actually in the original core group, but I was always going to join it. But I sat there and went, no, mate, I'm hardcore raider now. Like, I'm not coming. And they bribed me with a chopper. So it took them all of about 6 hours to get me over to the guild because I had a chopper, and I've obviously been here ever since. So from that, the dream sparked in my head. We never really had the support. We never really knew what we were doing, and so it never happened. Not many people were willing to stand up with me at the time, I guess, because nobody really understood the idea behind it, and I guess I didn't either. But here we are 10 years on, and we decided, Bakar and I were having a good little chat. Initially, it was going to be for Movember, given we are in November.
Yep.
But we decided we wanted to do something a little different. We really wanted to focus on the depression and anxiety and suicide part, and that probably that definitely almost spawned out of back in 2011. We actually lost a good mate of ours. There was a a member of our cricket club that Bakara and I played for, who did a lot of things around the club, but he was a bit of a coach as well. And I remember I'd just moved to the country for work. I'd come back for the weekend to go watch our D grade, or what we preferred to call it was the fourth 11. We'd struggled through years of just struggling to get numbers, and then the year that I stepped down as captain, they managed to have a full squad, which without having to ring around for numbers. And so I went back, and it was a couple of weeks before the finals. It looked like we were going to make the finals, and I was lucky enough to have a beer with this guy, David. And so he's come over, he's bought me a beer, and he's just as a good mate does, he was congratulating myself. Bakara had moved at this point on the hard work we'd done over a number of years, keeping that team together and seeing that the rewards were about to pay off, despite the fact that unfortunately me and Bakara had left the squad. He basically said to me that night, look, I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you in a month or so when you guys are playing in the grand final. I'll expect you here, and we'll have a beer and we'll celebrate a premiership that is in no small part to do with ourselves, who had spent 4 or 5 years working hard on this team and keeping it together. Unfortunately, that night he went home and was then found in his shed 3 or 4 days later.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a real horrible phone call to get. But to literally have the last thing someone say to you is, I can't wait to be there and have a beer with you on this date, and then for him to that night, it was horrible. And it was someone that, and Back will attest to this, you wouldn't expect it from him. He was one of the happiest guys. He was always around the club. He never had a frown on his face. If something needed doing, he was, I'll cook the barbecue, just, get me a beer and I'll do that. And he was there for everyone, which, I guess is not an uncommon story. Unfortunately, with suicide and depression, they come across as a very positive person. And unfortunately, they're fighting inner demons that we don't know anything about. So we decided we'd support Beyond Blue because within the weeks following that event, I wasn't there, but Beyond Blue got in contact with the cricket club, and they were basically offering anything they could to help out. Like even just with merchandise, they sent a stack of merchandise to them, and we had phone numbers and people out there just to talk with people, which we thought was just brilliant, fantastic.
Did you find that it helped because you actually had?
Did it help? Sorry, you cut out a bit on me there.
Did you actually find that having people supporting you that actually, specialized in helping people out with loss and with depression and suicide, did that really help the crew as well afterwards?
A lot of the guys at the cricket club spoke very highly of it. I unfortunately, as I just moved to Country SA, I wasn't around for it, so I missed out on it. But the lads that were still there, that were obviously there, they definitely spoke very highly of it and found it very useful. And thankfully, we haven't with that cricket club. We still are very heavily involved with them, or as much as we can be when you live a few hundred k's away. And unfortunately, this hasn't happened to anyone else. So I definitely think it's helped in the long run. Yeah.
I think one of the hardest things to do actually I think the hardest that when you lose someone to suicide, always that situation where you wonder what you could have done.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that was it. That was because I was literally one of the first people to speak, last people I should say, to speak to him, because he bought me a beer, we chatted, and he left basically when we'd finished that beer. So I was one of the last people to speak to him. He went straight home, and I thought, it was definitely like if only I'd known type thing. What could I have done to help? And I guess that sort of feeling doesn't go away, unfortunately. But that's why we're here today, and let's just making making people more aware that it's okay. Let's do our part to remove that stigma that yes, you might be suffering, but it's okay to talk about it. That's it. That's this Chopper Drive in a nutshell.
Well, that's one of the reasons in the first place, isn't it? Is because we want to make sure that people feel that it's okay to talk about when you're dealing with depression. It's not something that you just avoid talking about, full stop.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's yeah, as you say, it is necessary. If you don't talk about it, it can get worse. I wasn't actually going to talk about this, but it's not quite the same. I this year I've had a bit of a struggle, and I went to a doctor and he basically said, you haven't got depression, you're fine. I went, geez, I've literally spent 4 months where I didn't like anything about myself, and so I haven't told anyone this except for a doctor. My boss actually picked it up and basically told me to go. But it was that sort of awareness from the people around me at work that picked up that I wasn't in a good place, and I wasn't. But doing a bit of reading since then, I've sort of found out that that was probably more of something that's quite familiar to WoW players is burnout. Burnouts, from what I've read, is becoming a lot more prevalent in today's society. And while it's not recognised, and it's not depression, it's that step below depression, and it still looks like depression for a lot of people. You just lose all desire to do anything. And so I lost interest in, and being a teacher, that's one of the worst things. I lost interest in doing any of my classes. I showed up to work. I was a bit of a ghost. I got grumpy at everything. I didn't want to do anything. I got very snappy at people. It manifested itself differently to when I have had depression. But it's something else to be really mindful of. And I've found basically taking off a few days from work, and then I think I went back and only working 4 days a week for a while has really given me that drive back. And so, well, it's like I said, it's not a depression. It is on the path to depression, and it has helped lead people there. But it's unfortunately right now not recognised as something that is a real threat, is a real problem or disease, or like we all talk and say depression is burnout. Burnout's the start of that. So, we all probably know it quite well, like I said, but if you're feeling that in your everyday life, I'd say go seek help for that as well. The fact that I just confronted it basically within 2 weeks, so again, this is why I know it's not depression, but within 2 weeks, I was already starting to go, you know what, I do feel okay. Maybe I will mow the lawn today or whatever, which is something that I hadn't done in months because I just got to the point of, well, what's the point? As it were. So, yeah, I think I'll leave that there. Mate.
It's I appreciate you telling us that, because I know sometimes it can be hard to talk about that kind of thing and say, hey, yeah, I had this issue. So thank you for that.
No, well, that's what we're here for, isn't it, as well? So if we can't sit there and do it myself, then it's a little bit hypocritical of me. But it isn't. It's not something you do. I don't feel comfortable talking about it, but yeah. Here we are.
I've got a comment from my chat from Alf. Says, I can totally relate to your story. So grateful people are talking about this issue. So plenty of people that appreciate you.
That's awesome, and that's the point, isn't it? If we talk about it, more people hear it, and the more of us that get comfortable talking about it, the better off hopefully we all are as a society.
Well, that's the plan. I mean, about it. Hopefully we can catch the people that are suffering for lack of having someone we can talk to about it.
Yeah, that's it. Why are we still stopped here? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I thought I actually heard the countdown a moment ago.
Yeah, I was about to go. I'm sure we'll hear in a second. We've lost a few people. Oh, we phased.
Have we phased?
No. There's a stack of people further back.
Oh, my goodness.
I just saw on the map. They're all way down south our raid. You might be...
Oh, they might have just stopped there. They might be coming up first, and then they'll meet us up here.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, here they come. Cool. Whew, right. Now we're through that heavy stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good time just to remind people the donation links are on both of our streams. So, yeah, please do what you can to help out. We do greatly appreciate it.
Yep. Yep. Don't donate to us on our streams today.
No.
Please donate to Beyond Blue. It's a great cause. I think Crazy's got a link on his. I have a link on my Twitch page as well that you can click through to if you'd like to make a donation. It's much appreciated. If you're on this cruise with us and you're watching, hi.
Yeah, shout.
Thank you for joining us. It is an amazing turnout.
And if you are here in the cruise, just yell "g'day" or something so we can see it.
Just on the on the
Yeah,
top
yell
of your
g'day.
donation.
I've put my screen details back on so we can see a few g'days in the chat. A few g'days. I've got to use speech bubbles for that, don't I? If they yell.
It should pop up. Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on.
Have you got them turned off? There you go. Sorry, Bakara, you were.
I've got mine turned off. Hang on, I need to fix it. Hang on.
While I'm just doing that, we've just got a
I got
couple of
stuck on a
more
tree.
donations have come through. So Yutong and Mark B, thank you both very much. That's pushed us past 2,500. We're within 500 of our $3,000 target, which is just crazy. So thank you very much for all your donations. Click on the links and head over and donate if you haven't yet. Any amount is really greatly appreciated.
That's incredible. That I mean, that literally gives me chills to hear that money. That's just awesome work. Wow.
Hey, Helrina. Hello to the Alliance there. The Alliance. You get that for free. Thanks for doing so much. She says, thanks so much for doing this, guys. I'm posting lots of screenshots to Facebook. Thank you so much.
Legend.
Guys, if you got screenshots for doing this, please send them through. We want to see heaps. We're going to plaster them everywhere, and we're hoping that the fantastic turnout we've got this year is going to translate well into another run next year as well.
Definitely. Hopefully, with any luck, we can get some footage from. I think we've got a few streamers and pictures, and we can make a little like advertisement video that will pop up somewhere. Would be brilliant. Just need someone with some mad editing skills.
Bakara.
I don't have any editing skills.
No, just if you're on my stream, all the actually, and even Olenya's, he's basically created my complete user interface for my my interface for my stream. So, okay, some of them might not be that fancy, but the other stuff he has done, our guild banners and stuff, they look amazing. So yeah, you're better than I am anyway. My paint models.
The big trick.
Awesome.
The big trick is follow YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, that's.
So you didn't need to say that. You seemed like a complete genius up until that moment.
Yeah, we'll stop talking you up now. Look.
We're getting some aggro from mobs.
Yeah, I don't remember this happening before. Do we? I might just kill a couple.
We might have some lobies.
I'll just kill off a couple because really.
Look at all these people. How amazing is this?
So good. Geez, Frostsaber Rock is going to look hectic. We've lost a couple down the back. That's all right. It's Dave. He'll catch up.
Who cares about Dave?
Everybody's dead, Dave.
Dave will sort himself out.
Wow. Now, let me just have a look here. So we've forgot to mention a couple of things. We do have some competitions happening. So if you are donating, for one, thank you so much. If you haven't and you're thinking about it, you will actually go in the draw. One of our officers, Varco, who we will pull in to have a chat with shortly, has actually offered up a copy of Shadowlands, the epic one, the middle one, I think it was right, of the expansion pack, the digital expansion pack. He will purchase that for one lucky donator. Doesn't matter how much you donate, no minimum. We just, if all you can give us $1, that's like, as far as I'm concerned, that's still an absolutely awesome thing to do. So you're still in the running for that. So that's our first competition. If you are here on the run, there's one random person is going to be offered again, Varco's offering this up. He's got a lot more money than I have.
Thank you, Varco.
Sorry, I'm just trying to read a raid chat here. What am I saying? If you are here, you can go in the draw basically to win any one of the store mounts. Am I correct on that one? Because there's two of them, isn't there?
Yeah, so there's a store mount for that'll just be like a random draw for everyone who's attended.
Yep.
And then we've also got the transmog competition for we'll get people to vote on Facebook, I think, using reactions to decide the best transmog.
Yep. So do you have to be on the run for that one? Or are we just allowing anybody to be putting their blue transmogs on the WoW Oceanic Facebook page? I don't know.
You might need to ask Varco that.
Look, I'm pretty happy if people want to participate. Go for it. Get on the WoW Facebook. What was it? World of Warcraft Oceanic Facebook page if you're not already. You can follow on quite a few people, I believe, are posting stuff there, which is really cool from this run. And you know what? Go make yourself a blue transmog. I won't tell Varco if you don't.
Well, I think they can get a photo of their mog up at the same time that we're doing the actual transmog judgment here live time. That's fair.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
You guys look up. There is so much blue here. It's insane.
This is ridiculous. It's just amazing to see.
Do you still
guys
have
are
the
best.
look? This is because of everybody coming together, which is the best part. Oh my god! I've just realised it's 8:30 and I haven't turned my Christmas lights on. And given I have the best house in the street, I should have done that. Sorry.
Even you've got the best house in the street.
What's going on here? There's a big. I don't know what's going on in the raid chat there. I'm just going to leave that there. Oh, that's another raid chat. No, they were all our prizes. So, yeah, please donate. Go in the running to win that Shadowlands. I don't know when we'll block that off, but you don't have to be here for that. As long as you're donating, you are in the running.
And we've got an update on now. Donation currently at $1,045. Thank you guys so much for support. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we've got another donation there from Carolyn and Chris Houston. Thank you for that, guys.
Thank you.
So I think just after the this little break we're having here, I will hopefully have Varco ready. We'll pull him in. Oh, I've just talked to the wrong person. Bring him in. We'll have a chat with Varco. Like I said, he's the one donating the prizes, so make sure you give a shout out to him. He'll let us know as well. He will be happy. He's going to share, and I say he's happy about it. He's going to share his battles with depression with us too, which again is it's really good that someone's willing to come and do that.
And thank you to everyone that's tuned in on streams today so much. Get it. Hello to Helruna, Lox, my good friend Lox. Nice to see you. And thanks for tuning in. As you can see, we're just taking a quick break before we go through Timbermore. Now, in the chat, if you guys are hanging out in here, I just want to hear one very important thing in the chat right now for the Alliance. I want to see some Alliance spam. No, Bakara, not for the Horde, for the Alliance. That's typical Horde. They can't follow instructions. They're typing for the Horde in the chat.
Oh, you legends. You guys are legends. That's it. I need to see that in mine
All right,
too.
let's see if we can make it happen here. Let's see in the raid. Oh, hang on, no, we're running. We're traveling.
Oh, this is a bad time
All
to
right,
try
never
to
mind.
pull Varco in. Maybe I'll do that right now before we go through Timbermore. Otherwise, it's gonna be a nightmare. Right, here we go. All right, so Varco, welcome to the channel, mate. This is welcome to 2 streams. We have just sort of gone through and told everyone that your amazing donations to tonight's events, both the Shadowlands and the mounts. So I promised that I wouldn't tell you that some people who aren't here are going to make their own blue transmog, join the WoW Facebook page and post them. But I told them I wouldn't tell you that, so shh, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, don't tell them anything.
Just don't tell Varco.
Secret. Let's go.
So yeah, look, if you wanted to tell us, so well, first up, Varco is one of my officers here in Carpé Diem. He's been with the guild for almost a year, I'd say. Is it?
Yeah, about that time now. Just I think it was November, December last year. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to add to introduce yourself, mate, go for it.
Yeah, I'm Mark. I've been playing the game for a decade now. Started towards the end of Wrath, but I was a newbie back then. Joined the guild about a year ago when a mate who I went to high school with invited me over. And absolutely been loving it ever since. And as soon as Krasy told me about this event that he was hoping to get happening, I couldn't have wanted to support it anymore. With some of my own personal experiences and that I've had in the past. So
Cool. I know we spoke about it earlier. Were you still happy to talk about a little bit of that, your experiences on stream? You don't have to if you're comfortable to, mate. Okay. That would be, given, like, obviously we're here to try to raise that little bit of awareness and try to break that stigma. That would be just awesome if you could, mate. So the mic is yours.
Oh man, absolutely happy to. I guess like I've kind of had mental health issues most of my life. As a teenager, going through high school, was bullied a bit and went into some pretty deep depression for a couple of years and was actually suicidal for quite a period of time and attempted suicide a few times, unfortunately. But then managed to pull through that and changed high schools. And my mate who's invited me to the guild now became friends with him and he really started to make some progress as it became an adult and growing up. And then, about 5 or so years ago, I got divorced and I've got a couple of kids and only seeing them a couple of nights a week. Went back into a fair depression again, got pretty lonely. And I guess throughout that time, it's been a bit of a constant. I guess kind of a place you can go where you can hang out with like-minded people and play a game that we all enjoy together and be surrounded by community. And I guess for me and a lot of other people, whether you've got depression or anxiety, it's been a really amazing. It's not just a game, like it's like a world of people that you might not be able to see in real life, but they're there for you if you need them, and we all kind of treat each other like that in the guild and support each other a lot. And I guess these days, I mean, probably for a long time now, it's probably more like who do you know that hasn't gone through mental health issues? Just about anyone would either have gone through something themselves or know someone that has, whether it's depression or anxiety or whatever it may be. So it's just so common now, but everyone just, I guess, tries to soldier on and keep to themselves and just tough it out or think it's going to pass. But so there's nothing wrong with shouting out and say that I'm not okay, and I've struggled with the black dog, and then I need a hand, or need to send someone to have a beer with or something. And I think it's a really good thing to do, just to reach out if you need a hand if you're going through a tough time.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you said sort of you tried committing suicide a couple of times and didn't succeed. Fortunately, I'm definitely going to back that up. I'm really glad you're still with us, and I'm glad to have met you through this game. I was reading something last night, and I'm not going to read it because I can't read it. I was quite drunk. I don't remember writing it, but I do remember watching this video.
That's silly, Chris.
Yeah, I know, right? There's obviously this really bad stigma around video games as well, and so something like this where we all get to come together and play a game, and then this event's obviously just a bit of a cherry on that as we approached our finish line. I find it good to be able to talk about it, and hopefully we can bring awareness to people outside of the gaming community that we're also actually people too, and we're all here doing the best we can as well, and we might play video games. There's no real difference to it. You playing football, so keep do what you enjoy, guys. One of our officers yesterday posted just before Ellen, you just fell off the rock. That's great.
Rez, please.
Looks like you weren't the only one. We were discussing a little bit in our officer chat yesterday, and one of the guildies and another good friend of mine who I've known through this guild for at least, I keep wanting to say 10 years. I'm convinced that I raided with him in ICC, but he's adamant that he wasn't in the guild then. So I don't know. I feel like I've known him for my entire WoW life, just about. But Tej, he made this comment of why he donated and why he's participating, and this little comment I've taken a screenshot and wanted to share with. So he said, This is for the people who feel bullied at school, at work, or at home. It's for the people who have to deal with the shit nobody should have to see. It's for the people who are just going through a transient bad experience, and for those who are suffering from depression, stress, and/or anxiety, and they simply can't explain. For me, I really felt that little quote sort of summed up the whole idea of this, and I just had to read it out. So I hope other people get something out of that
It's
as
a great
well.
quote.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by that one. I will be saving that for future runs as well, I think.
I think so too. It's great.
He nailed it.
He really did, yeah. And that's why we're here. So I'm hoping one of you guys, I don't know if I need to let you go, Varco, so you can organise these pictures back in the chat.
Oh man, it's all happening. I can't believe the turnout. Like, so many people that's jumped on board and supported us with this. It's fantastic. Yeah, really.
I would hazard a guess there's never been this many people on Frostsaber Rock.
I think that's probably accurate. Actually, I don't think.
You know what? I remember back in Vanilla farming when I was Alliance. I'm sorry, my haughty friends. When I was Alliance, farming that Winterspring mount, I was the only one on this mountain for 6 months, and that was during Vanilla. So, I'm going to agree with you completely there. This is, I mean, I can't even get anywhere good enough to get everybody in a good enough shot, but this is just absolutely baller. It also doesn't help that I can't Alt V for some reason.
I might jump into chat with everybody else, but I appreciate the opportunity, and thanks for allowing me to support you guys with this.
No, thank you for all of your efforts through this and helping me organise it, and your very generous donations towards it, mate. It is much appreciated.
All good, happy to help, man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much for talking about your experience too. Thanks so much. You're a cool dude.
Thanks, on yeah.
So I guess
speak soon.
Speak to you soon, mate. Good luck finishing up.
Let's get some photos.
Yeah, so I can't get rid of my UI, so I think I'll just save it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Last.
I think this might work better if we line up sloping down this hill so we can see more people.
Actually, that's not a bad little call. We need.
Yeah, I think that'll work better.
I'm going to write this in. I don't want to write it in raid chat. That's not going to help. With back to top of rock.
Oh, thanks, Ray, for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate it, man.
I need anyone who's Alliance and is here and listening to us. Can you basically say the same thing for the Alliance, and we'll get everybody, as Alenia just said, lining up somehow. Line up with your back to the top of the rock. That would be wicked. Hopefully, we can get as many people in it.
Yeah, that way I think we'll get to see more people if we try it the other way.
Yeah. This is
It looks awesome as it is.
While people try to while we try to herd these cats without actually being there to herd them. Back, what are we sitting at on that donation? Is he trying to herd the cats for us?
Duke's told his Alliance lot to line up facing down the hill for photos.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. You guys are absolute legends. You really are.
As we try and get these photos, I might bring up the donation myself.
And take some snaps here.
So I've just opened it up. We are sitting at $2,605.11.
Woohoo!
So hopefully by the time we finish this streaming, Alenia, we can get that last $400 and hit that 3K mark. That would be wow.
What am I gonna have to do? Like an extra $50?
Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for.
I have just heard from the general chat that one of the guys streaming on YouTube has got about $200 worth of donations from his viewers.
Wow.
So that'll all be coming through
fantastic.
next week. So we're about $200 away.
There we go.
That's awesome.
So
All
what?
right. So we need a donation, guys. If you're in the stream, I'm willing to do a couple of horrifying things for a couple of small donations to get it a little bit closer to 3,000.
Wow.
While we get organised for the transmog comp. Now, I have. You probably can't see. I have this pack of biscuits. Packet here. For a donation, not a huge donation, but a reasonable donation. Let's say $20. I am prepared to stuff my mouth full of these biscuits and then attempt to say the sentence of your choice. So long as it's not for the horde.
I was going to say, how much extra if that sentence is for the horde?
It's extra. It's extra for the horde. Because there's psychological trauma involved in actually saying that.
Yet she says this while she's on her blood elf pally.
Jake says he thinks it should go off, which is better, vote horde or alliance with your donations and see who wins. I'm kind of scared, but I'm happy to do that on stream. I'll even not delete the clip. I'm just gonna eat this Tim Tam in the meantime. Have we got some Have we had some photos? We're looking awfully lined up here. It's looking good. Let me line up as well.
Look, I'm going to have to agree with you here. The Alliance are doing a much better job of lining up. They've been sitting here patiently waiting for a while the rabble of horde back there.
What's that? The Alliance are doing a better job, are you saying?
Right now, unfortunately, this is why we lose PvP, isn't it? Come on, horde, get it together. We're better than this.
Gwyneth, get off your beast. We're taking photos.
Yeah, can we maybe say that? Can we? Can we? How do I do this? Can we get them at the back? I don't know if you. Oh, there we go.
Thank you, Gwyneth. Thanks, Helrina. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
we want Gwyneth in the shot, but we're as full as we can. Get this in a little bit closer.
We're going to have a hell of a lot of thank yous to throw out here shortly.
Oh yeah.
While everybody's trying to move here, I'm going to just go turn my Christmas lights on. It's 9 o'clock. I'm surprised the neighbours haven't come and told me off for not putting it on. The kids love it next door, so I'll be right back. 2 minutes.
Yep, no worries. Got to put the Christmas lights on. It's pretty simple. So while Crazy's gone off to do that, I'd just like to say thank you very much once again to the people that have come in, tuned in, watched, supported, the crew on Kazgaroth, the guilds that have participated in this. A lot of the time at short notice. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And more importantly, just remind yourselves, give yourselves a bit of a pat on the back, because those funds are going to go to a great cause. Because those funds are going to Beyond Blue, you will have had an indirect part in helping some young person that's struggling through issues, someone in the workplace that's got no one to talk to, someone that's taking a call on the helpline that is thinking suicidal thoughts. The money that we raise today will go to help people's lives. It may help save a life as well. So thank you so much.
I only got the end of that, but absolutely well said. And
I'm going to say it too, because I'm going to forget later. Thank you, Crazy, for arranging this. You're the best.
Oh, look, couldn't have done it without all the support I've been given, Liz. Look, admittedly, haven't slept very well this week, thinking, oh my God, like this has gone. It sounded like it was getting really big, and I was like, well, if this doesn't work and phasing starts going, I'm gonna look like an absolute fool. But no, I'm so proud of everybody coming together like this. This is just awesome. Obviously wouldn't have happened without lots of people. So I'm just going to go through a couple now. We might be going through a couple for the next 20 minutes. But first up, I want to thank Pakara. You've got to hear his dulcet tones throughout the night as he talks the donation page up and keeps track on that. So he basically initially set up the route and flew through it all and spent probably a whole day figuring out something perfect. He set up the donation page and then generally he's just been putting up with me for a very, very long time. So definitely.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, I don't know why he keeps it, but I'm not going to complain. I do want to thank Ash. We got to listen to him earlier as well. I have a quick chat with him for basically helping get the Oceanic community on board and having these, 100 or so people that have rocked up. So thank you so much, Ash. Again, that's a WoW Oceanic Facebook page, and I highly recommend getting on there, and let's just keep getting around each other. Alenia, I want to thank you for every little bit of advice you've given me, and through this, I'm not big in the streaming. I'm not big at it. I don't do it much. I have fun doing it, but like you for organising to help with some other people, trying to get in contact with Josh and others, like just the little things that you could sit there and go, do this, not like that mean obviously, but I would never have thought about.
Anytime you need me to push you around, I'm here.
Yeah, fair call. I really should have been careful how I said that.
Yeah.
I want to give a bit of a shout out to Josh from Countdown to Classic. While he couldn't be here tonight, he was offering to assist and be one of the co-hosts tonight. And I hope MC was sort of the plan. Unfortunately, he had real life stuff, but he was just awesome to talk to for the last couple of weeks and get help from. So while I know he's not listening, I do still thank him very much. And if you haven't already, go check out his podcast, Countdown to Classic. It's about to finish up, isn't it, actually, Alenia?
Yes, it is. Yeah. He's got a couple more to go. He may be streaming a bit of a bumper episode on his stream tomorrow. So go and follow him if you enjoy it.
Yeah, cool. What's his? I'm assuming that'll be Twitch, not Mixer. What's his?
Twitch. Yep, Count to Classic. I'll link it in my stream and I'll link it in the.
Cool. I'll try and throw it up in mine as well. I need to thank all the officers and even members of Carpé Diem for getting behind this idea. They pumped in a hell of a lot of money before we even started, and have again put up with me as their leader and supporting this pretty crazy idea, and thank God it's come off really well. So thanks, guys. A couple of specific guilties. Just want to thank Phoebes for casually murdering the Gelkis clan, among other things. He committed genocide today, and I thank him for that. So he saved our lobies. I also want to thank Tasmanica, and I don't know who his counterpart was from, I don't know what the guild's name, but Gwenny. I've been talking to her through the week, one of the Alliance guilds. I'm hoping, I don't know what tune she's on. Let me try to figure this out here. She helped organise the Alliance side along with Lemonixity from his guild Simplexity. They really helped organise the Alliance side, which I think they did a pretty bloody good job here. There are so many of them, which is amazing. So Gwyneth, of course, I should have known that. So Gwyneth and her guild. Where's Gwyneth? There she is. No dramas. I've been seeing stacks of them everywhere. Whoever the member of No Dramas was, thank you so much for murdering the Horde NPCs while Taz murdered the Alliance NPCs to stop a little bit of a war breaking out.
Thank you for the murder.
So yeah, again, Simplexity, No Dramas, Tripped Out. I've seen. There's so many guilds here. Sanctify.
And Pause for Effect.
Pause for Effect, yeah. Go on.
A heap here.
I think I can see Allegiance on screen right now. Faith. Just people have been sitting there saying they'll get their guild on board. Conviction. Crumpy old farts. That's a good one. The Alliance have definitely turned it on with a lot of guild support here. So that's just awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
and we've got a stack of Twitter users that we probably really need to share. I'm just going to read through them all. All these guys, thank you for retweeting and getting more and more of the word out there. So we had Classic WoW Live, we had Inner Fire Podcast, we had WoW Huntress, Jennifer Hale, Michael Guy, Interwebs Hooligan, Rob Bollingmore, Cameron Wright, Stephen Planat, Promote Mixer, Valkyrie Guild on, and we had the Valkyrie Guild on Aragorn and the Countdown Guild on Incendius. Get behind and support us too. So thank you to all of you people.
All right, so we've still got a couple more things to do, don't we? We've got some photos. We've got plenty of photos from what I can see being posted in Discord. Thank you, guys. We're going to be doing a draw for our donations.
We might have to have a quick chat to Varco on that one.
I think it may have already been done.
Oh, there you go.
Through Discord for the donation. So a big congratulations to Andrew Dunreath Cooper, who has picked up a copy of Shadowlands. Congratulations.
Well done, mate.
Congratulations, Andrew.
This doesn't mean people can stop donating. Let's try and hit that 3,000 mark before it shuts down. That would be...
Hey, Parex, thanks for doing the stream. And thank you for the host.
Oh, yes, he mentioned earlier where I chucked him a follow too, and thank you for streaming, mate. That is awesome. Let's see how big we can get this next year, I guess, hey?
Yeah, so congratulations once again to Andrew. First of all, thank you to Andrew for donating. Donated.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Shadowlands Epic Expansion Pack. I hope you had a great time today. I think the only thing we have left is the transmog competition. Is that right?
Yeah, so get your best blue transmog. There'll be a post on Facebook if it's not already up.
Yeah, it's already up.
It's already, of course,
so
up.
Barco, so Daniel Charlesworth has started it. So stick your screenshot in there. The one that gets the most likes and loves and all the positive reactions will win, and that'll also be where we're doing a random draw for. They're both for store mounts. So if you go in there, you have best transmog and then a random draw as well.
Am I disqualified?
So we just had Gwenny's just asking. Alliance already asking on their side if this will be annual. I think based on the success of today, I don't think we can't not do this again. That was so many double negatives that I don't know what I said. We will do this again. We will definitely do this again.
I think we know what you said.
Yeah. yeah. With all this support, we'll definitely do it again. And you know what? If other guilds out there are trying to do some sort of just cool social event, even if it's not necessarily a fundraiser, get it out there, share it. I had a lot of fun just driving through zones that you don't get to see. People are obviously enjoyed it, which something different, and that's what we're here for. It's not always, I guess, about the raiding or the mount farming or the transmog. I don't know. List what you normally do. It's good to do something else, and I've loved it. I'm just gonna let her know.
Well, there's people everywhere.
Look at that. There's still stacks of people here. They're all Alliance now.
This would be the time where we would normally raid Orgrimmar, but I'm Horde at the moment.
Let's think.
All right, guys. Well, I think we can safely say that our annual first running of the Chopper Cruise was a wonderful success. Thank you to everyone that attended. And did we have a final number on the donation today?
Thanks for watching, Potato.
For our viewers?
So the current number is $2,610.72, and as I said before, we've got another couple of hundred coming from the YouTube stream tonight.
Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. That's, I think, far above and beyond what we were get for this run. It's absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, this has been massive. I'm so proud of the community. Thanks, guys. Well, with that, once again, thanks for joining me, Elenia, and back for reading everything. I think I'm probably done with the stream, and I want to go and enjoy a good night's sleep that I haven't had in a long time.
Haha, sleep. What's that?
I know it's Saturday. I really shouldn't, but
Well, from my side, guys, I'm going to stay streaming, but I need to jump on Classic and go and kill some hordes. You're welcome to hang around for that if you like. We are finished with the fundraiser for the evening. However, if someone would like to donate to that a little bit further down the track, more than welcome to. Every dollar is appreciated. More than that, we appreciate you. We appreciate the time that you guys have taken into this. If you can't donate, but you've come on the ride, thank you so much for coming on the ride. If you weren't able to come on the ride because you had other commitments, but you've taken away a little bit of awareness to check in with your mates, that's even better. So in the meantime,
Absolutely.
have a great weekend. I'm going to take a 5-minute break to get myself organised and jump onto Classic. And we'll see you in game.
Awesome work. Thanks again, Elenia. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We'll see you next time.